how did living here change you personally beyond basketball?
I think the little things such as, like for an example, how they take care of the country, it made me be more aware of cleanliness in a sense, because you know the States is littering everywhere, and a lot of times people just do stuff and just throw it.
Okay.
And when I start traveling to different places, you'll see that they actually take pride in keeping their country clean. So I'll say in a way that that's a big influence, because even now, when I go back to the States, I see a trash on the ground, I find myself picking it up because of here, you know, and everybody's watching, you know, trash cans, and it's almost like you do something like here, it's kind of just shameful, you know. So I'll say what changed me, because your question was what changed me overall most here. I'll say just being aware of the surroundings, and also I think here they go out of their way to, on duties, they go out of their way to make sure the service is as good as possible. And they try to be as polite as possible. In the States, you can come across someone on the wrong day and they smacking their lips, bad aura, bad vibes. So just try to be, I think, more aware of my surroundings in terms of cleanliness, making sure I'm just probably being polite, and if I'm doing a service, being in polite ways possible. So I think I can say that. I don't know if that answered that question, but
yes, it does. I think you grew more internally, I guess, in awareness of your surroundings.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, understanding the culture and adapting to it. Yeah.
Because you have to adapt here, and unless you want to stand out like a sore thumb, which if I stand out, I want to stand up in a positive way, not like that.
Yeah. Now, when you first watched young players here compete, what stood out emotionally?
When I watch young players compete, what stood out emotionally?
Yes.
I don't know if I had any emotional standout from watching them compete. When I see people compete, I just look and evaluate them and just give my thoughts.
Okay.
I don't know if I have emotions involved in those thoughts, but I just give my honest feedback, which are probably emotional because it's part how I feel. So maybe that is emotion. But watching people compete here, it can be frustrating too, because I feel like there's a lot that can evolve here in terms of development.
Okay.
You know, like here, the style of play is not too far from America, but it's still unique in its own way. Like here, I feel like people play 100 miles an hour almost the whole game. Like change of speeds is not elite here, in my opinion. And like in the States, you can watch someone that look like they're not working hard, but they just really have that pace that makes it look like they're not trying, but they just have very composed pace, and they're very good at accelerating when they need to, slowing down when they need to. Here, I just feel like everyone's like this. And you have to like try to control it, but it's kind of hard. They're muscle memory, they're athletic. So a lot of players here are very athletic that people don't know about. And even if it's not jumping, dunking, it's still foot speed. Boys is fast, quick hands. So I would say that. But watching people compete, I just say more so I give more of my evaluation, my honest feedback if people ask for it. Sometimes I tell people this: if you want to ask me a question, make sure you want the truth. Because I'm not going to try to lie to nobody about nothing. I'm going to tell them the absolute truth, what I really feel. But I'm doing it in a respectful way. I'm not going to try to like shame nobody, but I'm saying, hey, you probably should work on this. It depending on what your goals are. If you don't care about basketball, then just keep working hard. But if you want to excel to a certain level, details matter.
Yeah. Okay. So, were there any assumptions that you had before coming here about the players, and then when you came here, it completely shifted?
Yeah, you know, it's funny you said that, because in the States, I don't know if this is bad to say or not, but this is what some people say in the States. Usually when you have someone on your team that are Asian, they're usually really good because they just dedicate to that. And then when I came here, I realized that too. Like they really dedicate themselves to one sport. So a lot of times in the States, when you had a player on your team that's Asian, people say, "Oh yeah, that boy gonna be good," because you know they work hard.
Mm-hmm.
So that is like a known thing in the States.
Good.
Coming here, I didn't know what to expect, but I will say there's pros and cons of things I said, like kind of like I said earlier. But I thought players here probably have a little bit more skill,
Mm-hmm.
and they are skilled here, but I guess it's this IQ,
Okay.
really understanding the game.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say that. That's what I realized.
Mm-hmm.
The understanding of the game here is very different than I thought it would be.
Okay.
And understanding what to do, how to do, when to do it,
Mm-hmm.
understanding when to make a certain read,
Mm-hmm.
not jump pass. Jump pass is elite here,
Mm-hmm.
which is the worst thing you can do in basketball, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
But everyone here jump passes.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a culture thing. I don't know.
Okay.
But I think that's the best answer I can kind of give to that is I thought the IQ would have been higher, but it's, in my opinion, it's not super high.
Okay.
So I think that's the best thing I can say to that.
Okay. Now, the rhythm and structure of the game can feel different depending on where you are.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So, how did that difference affect you at first?
Say that question one more time, please.
Okay. The rhythm and structure of the game
Yeah.
can feel different
The rhythm and structure of the game can
Yeah.
feel different.
depending on where you are.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Now, how did that difference affect you
How did the rhythm and the structure of the game affect me?
at first? Because the structure is different, right?
Yeah, no, the structure is very different.
Yeah. So how did that affect you when you came here at first?
I mean, me being an agent, it just made me have to just be aware. It didn't affect me particularly and individually wise because I'm not the athlete, but watching the athletes, it made me know a void of the athletes.
Okay.
Another big void, and it's probably more so to your last question of this that I've seen of things that changed my thoughts was like, what's the proper word I can say? Knowing, what's the word I'm looking for? It's not rehab. Knowing to give your body a break.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, rest.
Yeah, know
Yeah.
how to, body recovery. Know how to cover it.
Yeah.
Recovery here, I don't think is really great.
Okay.
I noticed that for sure. Like there's people that just do stuff nonstop 6 days a week and they don't have no type of recovery plan.
Okay.
And your body, without your body, you're not moving.
Yeah.
So you need to have a proper recovery plan.
Mm.
Even like when I saw certain things, like I've seen people here before who say they want to like gain weight,
Mm.
but they just eating a lot but not lifting weights.
Mm.
So it's the approach, body recovery, and that I think this is more towards your last question than this one that you asked.
Mm-hmm.
But that was some things I just kind of evaluate, and when it comes to rhythm, I don't think that complements that question actually, because it has nothing to do with rhythm.
And sometimes, that difference makes you question where you truly belong. In the next episode, we dive more into this,